He had been on a world record pace and now risking not even qualifying for the team. The pressure has to be immense.
Well, today we're looking at instances where Olympic pressure negatively impacted an athlete's performance. These are cases where the athlete isn't to blame, but rather the strain brought on by the global stage and other factors that can come with the territory.
I had hoped to be able to put everything else in my life on pause and just power through the events. And I just couldn't.
Marlen Esparza. Marlen Esparza made history as the first female American boxer to compete at the Olympics, leaving the 2012 Summer Games with bronze in the women's flyweight division.
Why are you here every day? Because I want to win. This is my life and this is what I do. And I can honestly say, this is who I am. Right here, you're with it, you see it, this is what I do.
It came as a disappointment when Esparza failed to qualify for the 2016 Games, losing to Virginia Fuchs. Esparza said, quote, "I feel like I get more pressure from inside the boxing world to do well. For the public, I feel the need to win because that's all people see. The win or the loss, nothing in the middle.
I want to be the best, and I want to know that everything I did, although it's great, and it's the way I want it to end."
Although Esparza was depressed, she strove to keep doing what she loves, quote, without all the pressure. Reflecting on the experience, Esparza said, quote, "I was getting anxiety attacks and panic attacks. Those have been resolved."
I love boxing, and if I'm not doing it, I get really sad. So at the end of the day, it's something that I love, and I wouldn't want to be doing anything else.
Tyson Gay. This American track and field sprinter seemed destined for gold following the 2008 trials, coming out on top in the 100 meters race.
Tyson Gay wins it at 9.68, world record! But the wind, let's check the wind. No, too much wind, too much wind. Oh, too much wind, the crowd exploded.
In addition to qualifying for the Beijing Olympics, Gay became one of the fastest athletes ever to compete in this event. During the 200 meters trials a week later, though, he suffered a hamstring injury that prevented him from running for almost a month. Gay endured mental stress heading into the games, ultimately walking away with no medals.
I'm trying to work on my mental a lot better because when you come off of a surgery, it can play with your mind, definitely a lot. And I'm definitely trying to stay positive.
He didn't make the finals either. Beyond his physical injury, Gay would open up about the internal pressure he experienced. Despite being in the best shape of his life, Gay was weighed down by the question, quote, "Why aren't I 100% like everyone else is?"
My mind frame is still staying tough to reach my goals.
Michaela Maroney. Michaela Maroney left the 2012 Summer Olympics with gold as part of the American women's gymnastics team, aka the Fierce Five.
Is it it looks frightening. Is it frightening?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, why do they make you do that?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? You're daredevils. Well, it kind of looks that way.
That's why we're the Fierce Five.
Many expected Maroney to win another gold medal in the vault event. Maroney came up short with the silver, sparking the Michaela is not impressed meme. While Maroney didn't hide her disappointment, she said it was less about winning silver and more about her performance. Years later, Maroney revealed that she competed with a broken foot and nose following a concussion.
For people who don't think I'm really serious about this, you're wrong. I want this so bad.
Although Maroney was still recovering, Marta Caroli reportedly pushed her to keep training. Team doctor Larry Nasser had supposedly downplayed her injuries. Nasser would be accused of assaulting numerous athletes. This included Maroney, who faced pressure online, on camera, and behind the scenes.
Doing what's right is not always easy, but I need to speak up for the girls and for the future.
Lolo Jones. Settling for silver or bronze when you're the presumed frontrunner is bittersweet.
I'm so ready for the Olympics.
Going home empty-handed is just bitter. That was the sentiment when Lolo Jones competed in the 100-meter hurdles at the 2008 Olympics. Although Jones was the favorite, she stumbled at the 9th hurdle, placing 7th in the event. Following several setbacks, the pressure was on for Jones to go the distance.
I became a nobody to she's supposed to win the Olympics overnight.
When she fell short at the tail end, she arguably received more hate than support from the public. Looking back at this devastating loss, Jones said, quote, "I really just put too much pressure on myself." If people want to consider that choking, if they want to use that terminology for me, I completely understand. I'm not going to argue with them.
And people were pissed. They were like, she should get back all her endorsement money. She's a failure. She's a flop. I had so much hate after that Olympics.
Nathan Chen. At the 2022 Winter Olympics, figure skater Nathan Chen won 2 gold medals, a feat everyone knew he was capable of. That said, Chen was widely expected to win gold 4 years earlier at the Pyeongchang Games.
There are always these expectations and all these pressures from side sources, but ultimately you're there alone on the ice and you're there to enjoy your experience for yourself.
Faltering during the team event, Chen's short program performance ranked 4th. While he'd still share in a bronze victory, Chen felt he had let his teammates down. Even worse, Chen placed 17th in the individual short program.
It was a little disappointing, ultimately upon myself, not really because of the media. I knew that I had hopes to get a medal for myself, and I thought that with everything, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Chen recalled experiencing, quote, pressure and, quote, doubt, which likely resulted in a, quote, total collapse, as ESPN put it. While Chen would make a comeback, 2018 taught him that, quote, one of the hardest parts about performing for a huge sold-out crowd is that you really can viscerally feel the reaction from the crowd.
I think ultimately I'm still the same person, but I have learned a lot from these past couple weeks.
Dan O'Brien. Endorsement deals can play a significant role in Olympic pressure.
And he goes down the runway and stops. That was not a good sign right away.
Ahead of the 1992 Summer Games, Reebok planned a campaign revolving around athletes Dave Johnson and Dan O'Brien, who shared a rivalry. The campaign asked who was truly the world's greatest athlete, with the score to be settled in Barcelona. There was just one issue. Johnson qualified for the Olympics, but O'Brien didn't, failing to clear the pole vault event.
It's a difficult thing to come to grips with. It's like, this didn't really happen.
O'Brien was as surprised as anyone, saying, quote, I never considered that I missed at the Olympic trials due to the pressure from Reebok. Reebok reportedly invested around $30 million into the campaign, which they now had to rethink. There was much riding on O'Brien, which likely pulled him down at the bar.
I think it'll be the moments that stand out, and I think my moment that people will remember me is the guy who failed in 1992, but came back in the United States to win the gold medal in 1996.
Ilya Malinin. Known as the Quad God, figure skater Ilya Malinin went into the 2026 Winter Olympics after being undefeated for 2.5 years.
I noticed the way he sort of carried himself. He owned that ice rink. He was like an ice god, right?
No question.
The quad god. And then today, though, we didn't see that athlete out there.
While Malinin won gold with his team, he would face his most public defeat to date during the men's final event. The presumed favorite fell not once, but twice, plummeting to 8th place. Malinin knew he, quote, blew it, saying that his disappointing performance was, quote, definitely mental.
I'm honestly heartbroken for what just happened. Just putting out so many just hours again, just training nonstop just to get there and really just nail that program, but I didn't nail it.
His mental health struggle wasn't helped by the intense backlash on social media, which Malinin described as, quote, vile. Malinin tried to help people understand the, quote, insurmountable pressure he was experiencing, posting on Instagram, quote, on the world's biggest stage, those who appear the strongest may still be fighting invisible battles on the inside.
I don't know, honestly, it's a lot to handle, and, the pressure of the Olympics it's really something different.
Dan Jansen. Being the favorite to win multiple gold medals is already an enormous amount of pressure for any athlete.
It was not an easy road to the finish line. He failed to medal in his last 3 Olympics.
Piling on a personal tragedy is more than an Olympian can feasibly bear. The morning he was set to compete at the 1988 Winter Olympics, speed skater Dan Jansen received word that his sister Jen was likely to lose her life to leukemia. Later that day, his sister was gone.
I was ready and physically there, but mentally I wasn't.
Nobody could expect Jansen to bring his A game in the wake of his monumental loss. Yet he competed in the 500-meter event anyway, only to fall. Jansen fell again during the 1,000-meter race days later. While he earned the Olympic Spirit Award, Jansen had to wait until 1994 to win the gold.
I remember it physically inside, like I can almost feel it, how good it felt crossing the line.
Michaela Schifrin. Alpine skier Michaela Schifrin won her first gold medal in 2014, followed by another in 2018. She returned in 2022, but her previous victories did not ease tensions.
It's a lot to live up to, but that's also my own fault.
Schifrin now had high expectations to live up to, competing in 6 events that year. Some predicted that she'd add no less than 3 gold medals to her collection. With each event, though, Schifrin struggled to place in the top 3, not even finishing the slalom and giant slalom races.
It doesn't click very often. It's like you just have to know how to perform when things are not clicking.
She won no medals that year, which can likely be attributed to 3 factors. Schifrin was still getting over a case of COVID. That year's games fell on the anniversary of her father's death, and the pressure of topping oneself when you're already a 2-time gold medalist.
With every single race, it was like, well, as disappointing as that is, we have to reset, and the only way I'm even going to be able to compete in everything is if I actually just try to put that behind me.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Simone Biles. Even the best of the best can find themselves at their lowest due to Olympic pressure.
I just felt like it would be a little bit better to take a back seat, work on my mindfulness.
Only a handful of Olympians have won more gold medals over the past few years than gymnast Simone Biles. While Biles qualified for the Tokyo Olympics in 2021, she had several slip-ups along the way. Biles shared online that she felt, quote, the weight of the world on her shoulders at times.
It's been really stressful this Olympic Games, I think, just as a whole.
That weight didn't let up heading into the games, as Biles came down with the twisties. For the sake of her mental health, Biles made the difficult decision to withdraw from multiple competitions. Winning the gold is no easy feat, but walking away when you know the pressure has become too much can be just as hard.
I say put mental health first, because if you don't, then you're not going to enjoy your sport and you're not going to succeed as much as you want to. So it's okay sometimes to even sit out the big competitions to focus on your